lot to get to tonight, but we want to begin with getting you up to speed on the coronavirus outbreak. Tonight, at this point, we have no new cases to report in our state. We remain at 25. The travel ban is being extended to include the UK and Ireland. Gun Lake Casino in West Michigan just announced that it will close. And for the first time, we are learning more information about a West Michigan patient with coronavirus. We'll get an update on where she got it and how she's doing. We have team coverage on all of this for you tonight, getting the latest from health officials and sharing the troubling story of a passenger flying home to West Michigan from Europe who says she was not screened. But first, the most important news of the day. How to get tested if you feel sick. Spectrum Health is now offering drive-through tests in Grand Rapids. News 8's Dana White shows us how it works.
It's the first of its kind here in West Michigan, a drive-up testing center for COVID-19. But it's important to note that this is by appointment only.
We felt like, again, this was the best way to do it, learning from others, but then kind of adding our own twist of things that we felt like were better for our community.
If you feel like you're having symptoms of the coronavirus, you now have a place to go and get tested.
Everything that we do at this site keeps the patient in the car, essentially. So we're trying to, again, maintain that social isolation, essentially, which protects both the patient and our staff here on site.
First, you have to call Spectrum Health at the number on your screen. Then a doctor will give you a pre-screening over the phone or via FaceTime. And if they think you need further testing, they'll send you to this site on Michigan Street in Grand Rapids.
Today we've seen 10 patients. We think that could double every single day for the next 2 weeks.
Keith Hustak is the VP of Operations at Spectrum Health. He says while what we know about the coronavirus is developing every day, they want to be prepared. And he wants people to know that if they're concerned, they have somewhere to turn.
We realize that the demand is higher right now. We're adding providers every day to our triage, but being proactive, keeping people safe is kind of what Spectrum mission has been. We're here for the community.
If you'd like to learn more about how the process works, you can head to our website, woodtv.com. In Grand Rapids, Dana White, News 8.
A West Michigan woman is self-quarantining after returning to the United States from Barcelona. Tonight, she is sharing the troubling news that she was never screened at the airport or given any information about what to do next. News 8's Whitney Burney is live at the Ford Airport with this story new tonight. Whitney.
Leon, Madonna Kramer says that she and friends had to end their trip to Europe earlier than they wanted to because of coronavirus concerns. Kramer says that she got back to the U.S. by flying to Amsterdam from Spain. Then she went to Detroit and then here to Grand Rapids. And not once was she asked where she had been. Kramer says while in Spain, the number of cases went from a few hundred to several thousand in the matter of days. Soon after, President Trump announced restrictions on flights to the U.S. from Europe, which she says sent many into a panic. Kramer says about 1,000 Americans, including herself, showed up to the Barcelona airport within an hour of that announcement. Spain is now considered a level 3 country, meaning the CDC recommends avoiding all non-essential travel to the country, and travelers who returned from those countries must stay home for 14 days. But Kramer says none of this information was relayed to anyone on her flight.
And every step of the way, I thought, well, maybe I'll have to get in a different line or somebody will ask me questions. And I have global entry. So I went right through global entry. I stopped to get my picture taken at global entry. He said, "You're returning home?" I said, "Yes." And that was it. I think from the time I was leaving that plane to out of customs, fully through customs, was about 5 to 7 minutes.
I reached out to the Detroit Metro Airport to ask about the screening process. They said the CDC started screening for COVID-19 in January and is currently screening there. I reached out to the CDC for more information about who gets screened, but I'm still waiting to hear back. Now, to be clear, Kramer says that she has not been tested for COVID-19 and is not currently showing any symptoms. She has reached out to a doctor for more information, and since then she has decided to self-quarantine for the next 2 weeks out of precaution. Live here from the Ford Airport, Whitney Burney, News 8.
A lot of people learning as this process goes along. Whitney, thank you. And we are learning more information about the confirmed coronavirus cases in our state. Right now, there are 25 cases in Michigan. Most are on the east side of the state, but there are 4 people in West Michigan confirmed to have had the virus. 3 of them live in Kent County and 1 in Montcalm. The patient in Montcalm County was interviewed by the Greenville Daily News. The paper has not revealed her name, but she revealed that she traveled to southern Italy and was likely exposed to COVID-19 on her flight. She says she and her husband got tested immediately after they got back to the U.S. Her test came back positive, his negative. She has been under quarantine since getting back, so there are no exposure sites in our area. As for how she's doing, she told the Daily News that, quote, "I am not well yet, but I am getting there. I don't have a fever anymore, and it was never high, like 99. We're getting an update from the Kent County Health Department where 3 people have tested positive. Right now, the county is waiting for results on 39 other tests. At this point, they are urging anyone who thinks they may have symptoms to call ahead of time to see if they should get screened.
Please do what we can to alleviate the burden that our first responders and our emergency room physicians and our doctors' offices are feeling right now. They have been truly overwhelmed in the past couple of days with people stopping by with minor respiratory symptoms. So we want to be careful that we're protecting the health of those healthcare workers and also being good stewards of the very limited testing supplies that we have.
Kent County put out that video news release today. We did post a link to that at woodtv.com, and I just tweeted a link to it as well. They're also telling us that anyone who is looking for a way to help can do so by donating food to the kids' food basket. A number of school districts in West Michigan are opening up grab-and-go meal sites for kids while classes are canceled for the next 3 weeks. The Grand Rapids Public Schools will open 4 sites beginning on Monday, with an additional 3 opening on Tuesday. The sites will be open for meal pickup Monday through Friday from 11:30 in the morning until 12:30 in the afternoon. Meals, which will be a combination of breakfast and lunch, are available for those 18 and under, and they're not limited to Grand Rapids Public School students. Several other districts are offering similar programs. We are compiling a list of those so you can find it at woodtv.com. Mary Free Bed is taking extra precautions to prevent the spread of coronavirus. The hospital is now limiting its amount of visitors. Adult inpatients are allowed 1 visitor who will assist in care after hospitalization. Children and patients using ventilators may have 2 visitors. The hospital's chief medical officer says that it's all being done out of an abundance of caution.
Hopefully all this preparation will be for naught, and we'll say, you see, it really wasn't necessary to do that, and yet the secret will be that we did do it, and that's what saved the day in the end.
Officials at the hospital want to remind folks that Mary Free Bed does not have urgent care. People experiencing any symptoms of coronavirus are asked to call their primary care physician or the emergency room.